it's always really smart? So the other day I had pizza for dinner, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm lazy the next day, so I had pizza for lunch, and then I had pizza for dinner again because I was really smart and was at Little Caesars with my friend, and I was just like, fuck it, I don't feel like going anywhere else. And then I'm gonna have pizza for lunch today because I'm also lazy again, so, you know, the cycle of pizza is always fun, right? But anyways, hey guys, wow, we got a match here today against Timshady1011. It's an OU match using the same team I used against Ferris the other day because I've been in the mood for this team lately. I know it sucks a lot, but I mean, it could be worse. Actually, it follows a pretty standard core, but it's just the core itself is kind of shitty, but oh well. Anyways, opponent's team, he's got a rain team, so that's going to be fun. But it's generally a defensive team, so I shouldn't have too much trouble with it. Just the main things I do got to watch out for are actually just that Jolteon. Like, everything else I don't really see as that much of a threat, because, I mean, Ferrothorn will be a bit annoying just because I don't have a strong fighting type, and it'll just be hard to hit down, but otherwise I shouldn't have too much trouble with his team, so I mainly just gotta make sure I check Jolteon properly and get around that, and I should be, pretty okay as far as I can tell. I mean, I'm stupid, but it's like, I'm pretty sure I only need to really worry about Jolteon that much. But, leads on his end, I mean, it's obvious he's gonna lead with Politoed. If he leads with anything else, I figured Latios might be a decent lead, plus I can trick him a Scarf and cripple him in that sense, so I figured, let's just go with Latios and see what happens from there. So, let's get into the match. So, I'm going to lead off with Latios, like I said, because it is a pretty decent lead against the team. And he does lead the Politoed, so I'm like, okay, let's just trick him, because why the fuck not? It seems like a good idea. And his name serves him right, because he has choice specs. So I'm like, oh, well, that's a good thing I tricked off the specs, though, because now Ice Beam will not hurt as much. Still hurts a lot, because he's probably modest max special attack. But I'm going to go into Sizzle right here, because I wanted to just get some damage off the U-turn, and just force him to switch out. I think he got a crit on that Ice Beam, which probably doesn't matter, I don't think, because you'll see later. But anyways, he goes into Gliscor. I'm a Scizor and I just U-turn because that's a smart move to make. Going to Swampert, I'm just like, I really don't care what this Gliscor does, so I'm just going to set up rocks and then just go from there. And he's just going to sub up and then just Earthquake me. I'm surprised he didn't go right for Toxic, but I don't know. I don't decide what this guy does with his life. But, whatever the case, I'm going to just Scald and break the sub. He's going to Protect randomly. Just get, well, not really randomly, it gets him health back, so it's kind of smart to do. But I'm just going to Scald again because it's a smart thing to do. And I'm just going to do that again because, again, it's a smart thing to do, so I might as well just do it. But he's going to go into Tentacruel right here. I'm like, okay, that doesn't really matter to me too much. I mean, you can try and hit me, but Earthquake will still do a fuck ton to you, so I don't really care what you do. And he tries to Toxic me and then misses, so that's actually kind of shitty because, you know, Toxic Swampert would have been nice, but I just kill him off with Earthquake, so I'm not really too bothered by that. But now he's going to go into the Politoed. I'm like, okay, let's see what he wants to lock himself into. Then I'll switch accordingly, because I know I can take one hit, and that still hits like a bitch. I was trying to find a different word, but I couldn't think of anything, so I was just like, I don't want awkward silence, so let's just say words. But anyways, I hit that thing with an Earthquake. Doesn't do too much, but now I know he's locked into Hydro Pump. I'm just going to go into Celebi. He does predict that and go into Scizor. I'm like, fuck it, Celebi's not going to be that useful. So I'm just going to go for HP Fire to get some damage off, and then it'll be easier to take down later. Which, yeah, he's going to take me down with the U-turn, unfortunately, but, whatever. I'll live with it. But now he's going to go into Jolteon. I'm like, okay, let's try and scare him out with the prospect of Heatran, because I know Heatran can probably take a hit, and then just go from there. So I'm actually going to go for Dragon Pulse, just predicting him to switch out, which he did switch out into Gliscor. Unfortunately, though, I do not have HPS, so I do got to switch, so I'm going to go into Latios, because I'm like, okay, Specs whatever will hurt. I mean, he can go into Ferrothorn, sure, but it'll still hurt the Ferrothorn to have a Specs Surf in the rain hit it, so just going to go straight for that, because it'll hit Gliscor the best, and if he switches out to anything else, whatever. And it actually does a decent chunk to the Ferrothorn. I was actually kind of surprised it did that much. I mean, it wasn't that much, but it's still a decent amount, you know? But gonna go into Heatran because best thing I have to take on Ferrothorn right now. He does paralyze me, which sucks, because now Heatran gets outsped by everything in the universe, but oh well. But he's gonna go into Gliscor right here. I just go straight for Fire Blast because I was like, I want to try and hit the Ferrothorn. I know he's not gonna stay in, but it'll still generally hit everything. I mean, if he goes into Politoed, big fucking whoop. I wasn't gonna do too much to it anyways, but whatever. I'm just gonna get Swampert right here because I thought he was gonna like protect or sub, but he decides to just Ice Fang, predicting me to switch out to Latios or Landers, I guess. But now that Swampert's in, I can essentially just take anything this Gliscor wants to do, and he doesn't have Toxic on it, which is silly, but whatever the case, again, I just take him down with the Scald, as Earthquake does not take me out, which Toxic probably would have mattered there, because Earthquake might have been able to take me down, but whatever. I obviously don't care that much because I'm a jerk, but whatever the case, yeah. Polito comes in and just kills me. Going to go into Scizor, since I am Scarf, I know I'll outspeed, because I don't know how much speed investment he has on the thing, so I'm not really sure what else would be better, but gonna go into Scizor right there, because I figured a U-turn would take it out, and it does. I do get a crit, not sure how much that mattered, but whatever the case, yeah. But he's gonna go into Scizor right here. I'm just gonna let Heatran die, because it's not really gonna do me too much good, so whatever. I figured it'd just be the best thing to kind of pivot in to die, so yeah. Now, Scizor comes in, just gonna hit it with an Earthquake and take it out. He's gonna go to Ferrothorn. I decided to switch out to Latios and kind of half sack it, just because I'm like, Specs Latios isn't gonna do me any good, so let's just let it die, which I really, well, actually it didn't matter too much. It's just really what I did here. Yeah, I tricked it a Specs, sure, but hitting it with multiple Earthquakes might have just been better, because my game plan was, okay, I'll let Latios die, go back into Landers after I trick him the Specs, and just go for Hammer Arms, which doesn't kill, which is like, god damn it. I mean, it almost would have been better to go for multiple Earthquakes, because now he gets a Power Whip off on me, but I at least get to kill him off with this Hammer Arm. I mean, like I said, it didn't matter too much, but it was just kind of a weird sequence of events that happened. But whatever the case, all he's got left is Jolteon. He's going to go into that and just go straight for Shadow Ball, which tells me obviously he didn't have HP Ice. Well, he might have, but he might have wanted to hit Scizor harder, but since he did not have Life Orb or Leftovers, he is locked into Shadow Ball, most likely Specs, so I'll be able to take that and just hit him with a U-turn. That does crit him, doesn't matter though, because he's locked into Shadow Ball, so whatever. And also, I didn't outspeed with Scizor just because Scizor hits a speed where it wouldn't be able to outspeed Jolteon even if I had max speed, so I just don't have the investment there. So Jolteon naturally outspeeds Scizor, which kind of sucks, but whatever the case, it's the match because I'm able to kill him with U-turn, so GG, Timshady. Actually, he would have won if his Jolteon was Life Orbed and stuff, but, you know, happens, because, I mean, he still kind of need the power with his team, so it makes sense, but whatever the case, that is the game, so hope you guys enjoyed, such blah, rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.